Businesses, large and small, are making these same four mistakes when it comes to implementing AI. So I'm going to talk about what those are and what you can do instead. My name's Selda. I'm the founder of Quantum Lane AI, which is an organization that helps businesses just like you to implement AI safely, successfully, and responsibly. MIT came out with a very famous study earlier this year that said 95% of AI projects fail. And I wanted to cover the four things that I'm seeing when it comes to implementing AI into real businesses. Let's start with the first point. Let's imagine you have pain in your body and you want to go to the doctor. You go to the doctor and you say, "Doctor, I've got pain in my body. Help me, please." And the doctor just shakes a little pack of pills at you and says, "Take 2 of these every day for the next 7 days and you'll be fine." You'd be probably wondering why the doctor didn't ask you any questions about your body, your lifestyle, where the pain is, what triggered it, why you think it's happening. And it's the same when it comes to AI. So the first major mistake that companies tend to make is that they jump straight into providing an answer or providing an AI solution or an AI tool without really understanding what the problems are within the business. So that's mistake number one. What this usually means is they end up wasting lots of money on doing the wrong thing or going through a long AI development process to get an outcome that is not going to solve the problems that they want, thereby just wasting all of their money when they could have gone for a cheaper or quicker or more appropriate option that's actually going to give a better return on investment. So what I would do in this situation, and this is something we heavily recommend with all of our clients, is to go through either a quickfire AI audit or a more comprehensive opportunity assessment, depending on the size of the organization. So that's something that I would definitely always do. Imagine the doctor's surgery. If you want the right solution to a problem, you have to go through the process of understanding it, diagnosing it, finding out what's going on. Number two is that AI is not a bolt-on. It doesn't work to just take tools from here, there, and everywhere, or custom build a tool for your organization and just drop it in. You actually have to look at the whole picture and understand the workflows, because it's usually a workflow redesign problem that we're facing when it comes to AI, because AI just fundamentally changes how people work. It's not a tool like a new laptop would be in your organization or a new phone would be. It fundamentally changes how people think and how people work. So that needs to be built in to every layer of the organization, not just added on as a tool. And again, the way that we would counter this is by doing a really thorough understanding up front of what is the organization, what's the kind of end-to-end life cycle of what you do, click to collect, if you like. So when a customer will first initiate the process of working with you, right until the end of the cycle where you collect payment, and maybe even after that, what is it that happens in your business at those different levels? And really understanding it, AI, and how it goes into all of the processes from that perspective. Number three is implementing it like it's an IT project, not a change project. I've been in consulting for the last 20 years, and one of the things that I've seen, I've seen ERP implementations, I've seen digital transformation, now AI, it's all the same problem. A lot of projects fail because they don't take into consideration the change element, the people element, the culture element of a big program or a big change like this. And one of the things that I just see more and more is that AI agencies are implementing technology as sophisticated as AI, but without really understanding the context in which it sits, or how bought in people are in the organization, or what their skill level is, or what their experience level is. So it's really about understanding that element of it before implementing any solutions, because then you can make sure that you build in ways to mitigate that and ensure that it's a much smoother process when it comes to actually implementing and being successful. And one of the ways that I've seen really well is the idea of doing a readiness survey. What it is very simply is you have a set of questions and you send it out to the organization, And you just get back feel for what are people's skill level with AI, what's their experience with it, and what are feelings about using AI. And it's that nuanced information that can help a developer to really understand what it is that they're building and how it's going to impact people within the organization, and then build in a plan to mitigate some of those more tricky bits. Number 4, then the final one is human in the loop. So one of the most important aspects of the MIT study showed that having humans in the loop in any AI workflow are absolutely fundamental to making sure that project is a success. And this is something we're seeing in our workflows. We're building in more and more is this element of confidence, like having a confidence check that allows the human operator to be very comfortable knowing that the AI is going to produce great results. And how it works is that the AI basically rates itself, and it says, if I have a high confidence, then I'll do this thing automatically. If I have a medium to low confidence in it, because maybe I don't have all of the right information, then I will do something else with it that will allow it to be put in front of a human to review or approve before that goes through the process any further. And we have to design that into the process as well, design that in as part of the solution. And there's just one little thing to think about here that, again, it's a bit give or take, because on the one hand, you want to have humans in the loop, but on the other hand, you don't want to build in too many checks, because that's kind of the whole point of AI, is to remove some of that manual labor and the manual checking. But thinking about it from a risk perspective, if you have a particularly high risk process, then definitely make sure that you have the human built into that loop. And if you don't, then at least have mechanisms where you can check regularly and easily on the progress of your AI. Certainly don't just implement AI and then step back and get on with your own job. So this is just my view from being in the trenches and building and developing these solutions with clients in the real world. So I hope this was useful. Drop me a comment if you've got any questions, or you want to have a chat about any of these points, and see you in the next video. Cheers.